And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and always being your consumer advocate. It's all about you, helping you understand your buying decisions. And we love our radio family out there, our TV family now on Binge Networks, Apple TV, Amazon, Roku, Sony TV. You can find us, search up Binge Networks out there. And of course, our goals are the same. We're going to educate you, we're going to entertain, we're going to enlighten. But most importantly, we want to engage with you so that we can help you win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Our hotline number, 813-670-7372. Give us a call or a text on our hotline, 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
And also consumerqb.com. All of the information from the shows, their contact information, all of our expert contributors, contact information. You can submit an email form right there at the website, consumerqb.com. So we got some great information coming for you today. So make sure you bookmark that website. Follow up with any content ideas, questions you have from the show. Either way you want to connect. Of course, follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter. Consumer Quarterback Show pages out there, and we'd love to connect with you. Now, this is Intelligent Talk Radio, and we've got some intelligent folks here in studio. Diane, Vance, back in studio. Fairway Independent Mortgage, welcome in.
Hey, Brandon, welcome. Thank you.
And
so
regional
much to be
manager, that is.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this drop in rates is really causing a lot of business to happen, isn't it?
It's very busy. It's a good time. If people do not wait, do it now.
That's right.
Buy now, refinance now.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah, able to streamline some people and not even have to take their documents, I think, right?
There's some of those. Yes,
Yep.
there's some of those programs out there. Yes, it's definitely a great time to do that.
Excellent. Okay, so Diane, Vance in the house. Also, Thomas King, my man Thomas King in the house.
Hey, Brandon. Glad to be here today. Today I'm going to talk about some of the most recent frequently asked questions about concealed weapon permits, the license to get it, and why it's so important to get firearm training if you do have a license or you do have a firearm.
Yeah, I like that. Frequently asked questions. So many misnomers out there. People don't know their rights. They don't know, if a cop pulls them over, what they have to say, what they have to do.
Right.
If they're traveling from state to state, as we were talking about,
There's so
what
many
are the
myths
precautions?
out there. So.
A lot of myths. Yeah. Mortgage myths and also self-defense
I'm sure
myths
there is
here
a lot of
on the
mortgage
Consumer Quarterback Show, of course. And as you know, I'm your host of the show, and I'm a top agent here in the Tampa Bay market. We've got a lot of hot listings that we are taking here on a daily basis. So we'd love to talk to our buyers, sellers, and investors out there. The show's sponsored by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty here in Tampa Bay. And we got a couple of properties I want to let you know about. This one in Odessa. This is 12610 Port Marnock Drive in Odessa, Florida. This is a golf course community, gated community, Turnberry at the Eagles. And the home sits on one of the best lots in the Eagles with no front yard or backyard neighbors. And you also have water views and a golf course right there. So perfect for that golfer. And of course, it's got a pool and a spa. This is a gorgeous estate-style home right there in Tampa Bay. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com for all of our real estate listings. And this segment is brought to you by the Lucky Dill, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, the Lucky Dill. They've got a restaurant, they got a deli, New York City bar, Brooklyn Bakery. They do catering and banquets as well. And the Lucky Dill is home of the sandwich that ate Brooklyn. The food is excellent. They're much more than just sandwiches as well. They've got great entrees, soups, salads, all types of good stuff there. They got an office a location at Boy Scout Boulevard in Tampa, a location in Palm Harbor on US 19. And they're online at luckydilldeli.com. Now, make sure you give them a call, walk in and visit, let them know that the real estate quarterback sent you, and they're going to give you some special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, let's jump right into it. I want to hear what Diane's saying in terms of, with the demand. I think there's been a strong demand, and it's kind of, how business works. You've got something positive as well. We've got Clyde Smith as well on the phones. Let's go. Actually, I'm going to come back to you, Diane. We got Clyde Smith on the line, General Manager, Bilmar Beach Resort. Clyde Smith, welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show, sir.
Hey, Brandon, thank you so much. I appreciate you letting me call in again and give a quick beach update, what's going on the Tampa Bay beaches and Treasure Island specifically.
That's right. Yeah,
It's
awesome.
going really well over here. We had a great 4th of July. Sorry I didn't get to weigh in on that beforehand, but there was fireworks show from Madeira, St. Pete Beach, and City of Treasure Island did a great show.
Wow.
A little bit of a late start due to some technical difficulty, but it actually enhanced it because you're able to watch the other ones ahead of time.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a neat area to be because you can see all the different shows.
You really can. Up on our upper floors, especially from our penthouse level, you get to see downtown even. So it's like a quadruple show, and of course, from anywhere on Treasure Island, the show is just right in your face. It's a beautiful. We don't use the barge out there. We do it straight from the beach, and really went over well. Thousands of people out here. It was a great time.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it's a great resort. I mean, you've got the resort there. You've got 2 pools on site, Sloppy Joe's restaurant, the beach bar. I mean, there's so many fun things that people can do at the Bilmar Beach Resort.
There are, and we've got even more going on than the last time you visited us. We've since had beachfront buggies, a great group that joined us, and they're renting beach buggies, the electric cars, and scooters right from the front of the Sloppy Joe's area. And, in fact, they do another really neat thing, which is a scavenger hunt adventure. And it's an app you put on your phone, and it takes you throughout the beach community, and you learn a little history, you find some neat points of interest, and it ends up taking you right to the beach behind Sloppy Joe's to play some games and have a good time. So it's brand new. In fact, we're running a promotion this summer where every room that checks in gets a 2-hour free scooter, or you can get the Beach Adventure app for free. So
Wow.
That's been a real fun, real popular with our guests, and a lot of locals are taking advantage of it.
Yeah, that's fun. That sounds like something I would do right there. Get on that buggy and ride around. Now, can you take those buggies on the beach, the actual beach?
Can't take them on the beach.
Okay.
No vehicles allowed on the beach except for our fire and safety. But you can take it throughout the rest of the area, and it's only 25, 30 mile per hour speed limit, so they fit right in there.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite things to do, with my daughter, especially. She's 13 now, but we've been going for years. But riding bikes, just kind of jumping around, checking out the different restaurant spots, grabbing an ice cream right across the street. You got the ice cream shop, and what a fun place to be.
Yep, the ice cream, the pizza shops that are right there. So if you don't want to eat on property, there's 12 other options right within walking distance. Fun thing going on at Sloppy Joe's I wanted to share, which, in fact, we have an invitation for you with it. But on Friday, July 26th, starting at 5 o'clock, we're re-implementing the annual bartender competition, which is bartenders from throughout the state. We've got a guy coming from Disney Springs, Sarasota, throughout this region, and we're going to have judges. They get to make their drinks, describe their drinks, and then judges are going to judge them, and we're going to have almost $1,000 in prize money to give out. And, Brandon, we'd like to invite you to be one of our judges. If you can free up and bring the family over, we'd love to have you join us for that.
Awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun. I might have to take you up on that,
It's
Clyde.
a good
I really
time.
appreciate the invite.
Yeah, they're going to be. It's sponsored by Grey Goose, Bacardi, Patron, Doers, just all sorts of Bombay Sapphire. So they get a lot of leeway of what drinks they make, and then we're just going to have a good time tasting and looking and judging.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. That's a lot of fun. And what a great view, the ambiance to have right there from the deck that you have out back. I mean, just gorgeous views. And if you just joined us, by the way, we're talking with Clyde Smith. He's the general manager, the Bilmar Beach Resort on Treasure Island, also Sloppy Joe's restaurant on site. It's a great property, lots of fun events coming up, and just so many things to do. But, Clyde, I like it when you talk about the size of the beach because it really is different. Most people, coming from other areas, they're not used to the size of the beach that we have there.
Yeah, they're used to, if you look out your door and all the sunbathers are right there, and it could be good or bad. But here we affectionately call it a 2-beer beach. You walk out there, open container is allowed on Treasure Island, just no glass. So you go out and you walk down. When you're at water's edge, you're a world away because you're not hearing the kids playing Marco Polo or, the vacuums in their guest rooms. You're just really enjoying the water right in front of you. Of course, we have the kayaks and paddle boards that are down there, and you can either use the free chairs that come with your resort stay, or you can rent a cabana if you want to get a little sun protection. It's a really, really good option down there.
Yeah, it really is. It's lots of fun, and just the whole community really, it's just a great community. The people are so friendly. It's just a great ambiance and an environment to be in.
No, we enjoy having you when you can come over, and your listeners. I know we've gotten quite a few that come over and mentioned that you sent them, so I appreciate that a lot. And we got one other new thing going on that I don't know if you've ever heard of, Bandango. That's in our cafe. It's a new game that it kind of mixes music, trivia, and bingo, and you can win prizes. We did it for the first time last week of June, and we had a huge crowd, and they had a really good time. So you get good music with the DJ, but also some fun and games along with it, and get to meet new friends. So that's going to be full-time every Friday starting in August. So lots of changes. Chef Terry joined us, too, Chef Terry Reserve, and he's going to be rolling out more dinner specials in the cafe. It's always been kind of that bar food, pub food, with some nice salad options. But he's rolling out fillets and fish with different sauces. So it's going to become a little more upscale. And, again, it's beachfront just like Sloppy Joe's. So put your toes in the sand and have a great meal. So that's going to be something new also at the Bilmar.
You had me at filet right there.
Exactly, with his sauces. He came from Gulfport. He was at a restaurant in Gulfport, and before that he was trained up on the Gulf Coast near Mississippi and all, and he's just bringing shrimp and grits as one of his specialties, so that's going to be coming out, and we're excited.
Yummy. Good stuff. So business trips, weddings, local, staycations, out of town, of course, vacations. So many ways you want to check out the Bilmar Beach Resort. Say hello to Clyde Smith. He's the general manager and just got a great team over there. Everybody's so friendly, and the resort is awesome. So much to do there. Check them out online. Of course, give them a call. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. And book direct. That's what Clyde says as well. Book direct. Don't go through the online
sites. Best prices are
sites.
right on our website, or call us, and we'll talk you through all the options. We have 90% of our rooms face the beach, so beachfront's not really a question here. It's just, how much of a kitchen do you want, how much of a balcony, and we can get you where you want to be.
Excellent. Awesome. Clyde Smith, General Manager, Bilmar Beach Resort. Thanks for calling in, sir.
Thanks for letting me join
that.
you today. Everyone have a great weekend.
Hey, my pleasure. Likewise.
Bye. Take care.
All right, we'll be back right after this short break. Don't go anywhere. We got more from our expert contributors in studio. Diane, Vance, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy. And we're going to be right back after this short timeout. Don't go anywhere. We have a feel-good story of the day as well. Grateful Mom donates 120 dresses to high school for a senior ball. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in your real estate negotiations, buying, selling, or investing. We would love to talk to you. We got a great team, 12 agents on our team now, growing, setting records, and making things happen for our clients. And we've got a hot listing here, 7519 Pier Road. This is in Port Richey, right there at the river, very close to the river, where you're crossing into New Port Richey and all that development's going on. But this is a nice site. You've got a large site here, Zone C1, potential for condos, townhomes, and the owner says it's ideal for a car lot also because you're right off of US 19, close proximity to the river with all the recent developments and future plans for very creative talks with they're talking about putting a river walk like Tampa has recently built there at Pier Road in Port Richey. Hot listing at New Port Richey, there, Port Richey area. 4309 East Frierson Avenue, back to Tampa now, Hillsborough County. This property is prime opportunity for development. So attention builders and developers out there, this is a property that you can fit 2 quadplexes on this property. It's a 0.32 acre parcel. It's only $119,000. So you've got a low acquisition cost to build 8, maybe even 10 units on this property at 4309 East Frierson Avenue. Now, we've done all the hard work for you. We've got the architectural renderings. We've got the plans, the estimated build cost. All of it's done for you. PlatinumMVPTeam.com. Check out our website, PlatinumMVPTeam.com, for all of our other 40-plus listings. Okay, let's jump right into it. We got Diane, Vance in the house. Fairway Independent Mortgage. Real estate market's booming along. The rates have kind of been like an extra shot in the arm of, adrenaline into the arm, into the economy. And, the flip side of that, sometimes it happens where people have such a low rate. It's like, I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to sell. Or they do a renovation loan. So It's kind of, there's two sides to that coin.
Yeah, they have to look at their options. And today I want to talk about pre-approvals versus pre-qualifications because the interest rates are so low. People are hearing that, so they want to right away go out and buy a home, right? So they'll go to their agent and they don't think about getting approved. Mm-hmm. Well, so I received a pre-approval, supposedly a pre-approval, the other day of another lender, a competitor. It was a bank, and it said on there, it said, "We've not verified income or assets. All we've done is pulled credit," and so that's not a pre-approval. That's a pre-qualification.
Yeah.
So it's very important for the listeners to actually get pre-approved because listing agents will not accept a contract unless they have a pre-approval letter, and they'll call me and ask if I verified their income, have I verified everything, because people don't do this every day, so they're just putting down what they think they make. They're telling the person on the phone.
Exactly.
So it's very important to get pre-approved. It's sort of like a comparison of going to the car lot and buying a car with a piece of paper instead of a check.
Yeah.
So, if you just take a blank piece of paper and you're going to write on it, $10,000, whatever, versus a check.
Right.
So that is the difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification. And and a lot of times they can lose the house while they're trying to get that pre-approval. Mm-hmm. So they'll scatter around and it doesn't make a pleasant experience for the customer. So what they want to do is ahead of time, before you call an agent, before you actually go out there, because interest rates are low. And we can advise you as far as if you need to wait, if you need to increase your credit score to get the best interest rate or what it is. But at least get a pre-approval and get started.
Right.
Because then when you actually find that house that you love, you can actually purchase it. We've had a lot of people actually lose their homes because they may have multiple offers and they're coming in and the other person had a pre-approval. So it's very important to get pre-approved ahead of time.
Oh, yeah. And if you just join us, we're talking with Diane, Vance here, Fairway Independent Mortgage, and I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. So when you think about that, so the listing agents call you to verify that pre-approval. That's such a big part of the real estate transaction there.
Oh, yeah. And they call and they're how long, a lot of them know me. I've been in the business for over 30 years. So a lot of those agents know me, but they want to make sure that I've actually spoken to the customer. I've actually verified their income. I've actually looked at their credit report. I've actually verified where their down payment is coming from, if they're getting a down payment or if not. They want to make sure that it's going to actually go because they're representing their seller.
Right.
So it's important for everybody to communicate and understand up front.
Yeah, and it's very challenging when everybody goes through the inspections, they go through the appraisals, they get to the end of the transaction after everybody's negotiated, the feelings have been up, the downs, through the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then you have, like we had a couple months back, this national lender not follow through with their pre-approval. Because they have a 55% turn down rate.
Oh, my
Because
goodness.
they're only looking for the cream of the crop.
Oh.
And they're the big national lenders. I can't say the name.
I know
You know who it is. We know who it is.
Actually, they only pull through 48% and they only do refis. Mostly. They do like 18% purchases. I know exactly
so
who it is.
they've got a very bad pull-through rate.
Yep.
I mean, and these guys are online running, or they're radio and TV running all
they're
these
huge.
commercials, spending lots of, really the people's money. That's what they're doing. They're charging more in the rate. And then you got local guys doing that too. Guys out of Tampa, Orlando coming in saying, "Oh, we've got the lowest fees, no cost. We're going to pay all your closing costs." It's crazy.
You get what you pay for. That's all I have to say.
That's right. Yes.
You do not want to go with the cheapest. We're always competitive. I can't ever say we're cheaper, but we will always match or whatever. But you definitely want an expert. And if you go online, that's fine. But just make sure that you have somebody local that you can talk to. We're all local in the Tampa Bay area. Yep. We're a national company, but we are all word of mouth, and it's the old-fashioned. We still use online, systems and things like that. So we're very technology driven, but you have somebody on the other end that is not just in a call center.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with the big lender that you're talking about, is that it's in a call center.
Yes.
So they don't actually verify all the documents that you need to verify. And it's nothing worse than a customer getting excited about a property and then being told a week later.
Yeah.
I actually had a big bank, and this was about a year ago, and a big lender, and they were at 5 days prior to closing, and they actually were denied because of their credit score.
Wow. Yeah, that's
I'm
crazy.
like, what?
Yeah, that's no good.
Are you kidding? Anyway,
It's crazy.
So it's really not good. So you want a good experience. You want to make sure you communicate. You want to be in the best possible light so that when you go to make that offer, that you are in the best possible situation, because you are competing today.
Yeah.
Today there's not enough homes on the market. The inventory is very low. You know that.
Very low.
So we need to make sure that you are in the best light.
We keep talking about a shift to a buyer's market, but the statistics, when they keep coming out,
It's not
showing that.
No.
Your absorption rate, is still 40-50% in a lot of areas, especially, the lower price homes, mid price homes, those are selling faster. Of course, as you go up that income level, there's less qualified buyers for those $700,000-$800,000 homes. But the challenge is also with the market. You've got a lot of these, again, going back to the false advertising, misleading type of advertisers out there. I just read an article this morning from the Palm Beach Post. It was interesting. One of our Keller Williams friends in the Lithia area was interviewed. He does a lot of volume in this particular neighborhood, and they were talking about the iBuyer program. So instant offer is what they call it. iBuyer, instant buyer is what they call it. Internet buyer
it
as
means
well.
Discounted by 20%, right?
That's right.
Their
Yeah.
property is actually worth more, but somebody else is going to make that money.
And to me, it's one of those things. Like, people will, they'll nickel and dime over small things. They'll drive around to get gas 3 cents cheaper over here or something.
Took them that long to get there.
Yeah. And then when you look at the largest asset for most people, their home, or even an investment home, if you got a couple rentals, they're willing to take a haircut on that so they don't have to go through showings. They don't have to have a realtor list the house and take pictures.
But that's the thing, is that somebody is there to do that for you. So the realtor is there they get paid to do that.
Yeah.
So, it's
Make it simple. And the article also went on to say that even, the Z Word, the O Word, all those companies, they still charge a 6 or 7% fee.
It actually ends up to be that in the end.
So not only are they not giving you full retail price for your home, and by the way, if you're a cash person out there, you want a cash offer, we've got people that will make cash offers on our team as well. So if you want that cash quick close type deal, we'll do that for you. We'll give you that option. Most likely you're not going to like the price, though, because as they say, cash is king. People that buy cash, they want a discount.
Correct.
So
Although mortgages are still cash. I always laugh.
It's
I mean,
cash.
if you have a qualified buyer, guess what? At the end, it's cash.
Yeah.
When you close, it's cash.
And if somebody says, well, how fast can you close? What's like if somebody were in a rush and you had to
We
close
can
a
do it
deal?
in 10 days.
10 days.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow.
You know, to be able to go through the title, the appraisal, the inspection, the whole process, checking the encumbrances, checking everything out, and closing in 10 days in a pinch. You don't want to always offer that. But
My operations team may, we won't let them hear this one.
yeah, they're gonna say, wait, what did you say?
No, we have done it in 10 days.
Yeah, especially when deals fall out. That's the thing. You play the hero. You come in and you play the hero when these other
on that
people.
national company you're talking about.
That's right. That's right. We've had to do that too. And then I had a conversation this morning about flood insurance, saving a deal. That's what people don't realize. They try to get that discount realtor that doesn't have the database or the knowledge. I'm saving a deal because of who I know, the people in the industry I know, and the other three didn't shop the flood properly the way with the private insurance. And we went to our team and we know what we did, what other people don't know. All right, Consumer Quarterback Show. Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, coming up right after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team, your number one consumer advocate program every day, 5 o'clock drive time right here on 1380 The Biz. Weekend show, Sunday morning, FM 102.5 The Bone, Apple TV, Amazon, Roku, Sony, and 85 other outlets. And we don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder, if you throw a ladder in your truck on the show on the way to work, this show's for you. We want to help you win and understand more about your buying decisions. Hot listing here. I want to let you know about now. I've got a motivated seller. If you've ever wanted to have a beach condo, and it's not right on the beach, it's close to the beach, it's 5 to 7 minutes, this is the condo unit for you. I've got a motivated seller, 11540 Shipwatch Drive, number 1391. And it's a very cool community that has tennis, pool, restaurants on site, so many things to do. And this is a condominium that is overlooking a beautiful lake, and it's a great opportunity to have that beach condo if you're ever looking for one. This is one that you want to check out. The owner is motivated. She's telling me, bring all offers, Brandon. 11540 Shipwatch Drive, unit number 1391. Check out all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.com. All right, let's jump right into it. We got Thomas King in the house here. Florida Firearms Academy. We're talking about FAQs, frequently asked questions, and misnomers out there.
Yeah, and one of them for CWP, concealed weapon permit, your license. A lot of the questions that we get are, is the 3-step rule in your car legit for keeping your firearm? Basically meaning if you had a firearm in your hand, it has to be 3 steps away for you, and that's what makes it legal, because it's now 3 steps away. And we've all heard that, but that's a myth. It's not true. It's not a law. It's not anywhere. There's 20,000. I don't know, but it actually probably made sense to so many people, because even my father heard that too.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I heard it. But there's 20,000 gun laws across America, and that's not one of them. So make sure when you do have a concealed weapon permit, you know how to carry it. Or if you don't have a concealed weapon permit, how do you carry it in your car if you're going to or from a shooting range? Basically, just put it in a concealed box, in a locked box, or the box that it came in. Some people like to carry it in their trunk to make it even safer for them, or if they get pulled over, it's not sitting next to them. So if an officer does see it, we'll say, hey, what do you got right there? That is one of the big myths that we always come across. And then the other one is, do you need a concealed weapon permit license to purchase a firearm? And the answer is no, you do not need one. What you need is today with the new laws is to be 21 years of age, not a felon, of course, because we don't want to sell firearms to felons out there and crazy people, because what we do is a sport, and we do it also for protection. But the CWP allows you to, once you do have a concealed weapon permit, you can carry a firearm, and it does annul the 5-day waiting period here in Hillsborough. Check with your laws and everything on where you're located, because it may be 3 days, it may be no days, whatever it may days, but
county by county.
Right. So in Hillsborough, it's five days now. Ridiculous. But when you do have a concealed weapon permit, you can just take it home that day. You've already passed your background check, of course. And one of the other things is, when you buy a firearm today and then another one tomorrow and then another one the next day, if you do that, whenever you buy a firearm, you do have to pass a concealed or a background check for that. And that does cost you $5. The state charges you for that. So, yes, every time you do have to, when you come into our store, pass a background check. If you get pulled over by the police, do you have to show them your concealed weapon permit license? And no, you do not have to show them that. Some people do it as a courtesy when they hand them their driver's license. They show them that they have their concealed weapon permit, and it may be a weapon that they have on their person. Me personally, I try to put myself in the officer's shoes.
Yeah.
What would make him feel more comfortable? So are my hands on the steering wheel?
Right.
Do I have eye contact with him at all times, so I'm not looking around my car looking sketchy?
Yep.
I'm not going to be doing sudden movements or anything weird, because they get shot at.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate.
That's
right.
right.
I want to make him feel as comfortable as possible. Even if I even stick my hands outside the window and I keep constant eye contact with him, he's going to know, hey, he's not doing anything wrong. He's not going to try anything stupid. Or if he does, he's going to have the jump on me. So if he does ask you for, hey, do you have a weapon on you? And you comply with the officer, yes, I do have it. He may ask you where it is. You comply with him. It's in my on my person. It's in my glove box. Or don't go, oh, it's over here, and go grab for it, because that's going to scare the officer. He doesn't want to see it 9 times out of 10, and he doesn't want you going for it 9 times out of 10. So just let it be, and make sure you keep it really safe with him. Put yourself in his shoes. He gets shot at. Make sure you're going to do things that where he's not going to want to defend himself.
Be respectful. Roll the windows down if you got a dark tent.
Right, exactly.
Those are some things you can do. By the way, where's your office located? Where's the gun range located?
We're at 13317 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. We're in between the flea market there and West Chase, but we are a gun range. We are a gun academy, and we're a full armory. We custom make firearms. We build them, and we customize them, clean them, fix them. And we do a lot of cool stuff there. So we just had I invited 100 of our members out to the Yankees-Rays game. I gave them all free tickets.
Nice.
We all went out there, and we closed the store, and we went out there, and all throughout the game, I called out seat numbers. I had raffles, and I gave away firearms, and I gave away cool stuff to everybody. So we had a really good time. So if you're a member with us, you get a lot of perks, and we do a lot for the members. But another one of these concealed weapon permit questions, if I don't have one, do I have to have one? No, you don't have to have one. Does it make it much easier to transport firearms? Absolutely, especially if you want to carry one on you. But if you don't have one, can you still carry a firearm? Sure, on your property that you actually own, you can carry your own firearm. So there's many people say, I can't even have a firearm at my house. I don't have a concealed weapon permit. You don't have to always have a concealed weapon permit. Does it make it easier? Sure. It makes it easier to purchase. It makes it easier to carry. And this is the main thing that we talk about. People will come in all kinds of stores or wherever you're going to get your CWP license. We have 40 different classes that we train. One of them is you can get your concealed weapon permit class. So if you get your concealed weapon permit, that's where they stop, and they buy their firearm, and they purchase a holster, and they carry one around, but they don't really know how to use it. They don't know if a threat comes, and this is where your firearm is now going to get taken away from you, and it's going to be used against you, because you may see a bad guy. Let's say, God forbid, something does happen, and you do have to do a defensive situation to stop or eliminate a threat, and you pull out your firearm, and you realize, there's a safety. I got to turn the safety, and now this firearm is now taken away from you. Or you pull out your firearm, you go, I got to rack one in the chamber. I forgot. And if it's not muscle memory and you do not have the training, it will probably be used against you. So please get proper training no matter where you do it from. You can do it with us or at some reputable place that actually has a certified instructor. We have 13 instructors there that will help you not have your firearm taken away from you. And the other one big thing is also, if you have a firearm and you're a responsible person with a firearm, get the insurance with it. It's going to save you time, headache, and money. So,
what now? Is that the U.S. Texas Law Shield? Is that
you can do U.S. Law Shield, NRA, USCC? There's many people out there, but this way it doesn't even matter if it's a firearm. It could be in a fist fight. It could be with a fight with a pencil. It could be whatever you're doing to defend yourself inside or outside of your home. Instead, so if someone jumped me and I had to defend my life with my hands or whatever weapon that I had, I'm going to call my insurance, and they're going to give me an accountant. They're going to give me an attorney right there, and he's going to be able to represent you instead of me putting $50,000 retainer down. We got an attorney to defend me, but that's the whole situation.
Yeah, there. Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, right on West Hillsborough Avenue, 13317 West Hillsborough Avenue. Great location. Lots of fun to be had in there. It's a shooting sport. It's a way that you defend your family, and the experience is awesome. I actually bought a shotgun from them last month, and I felt comfortable with the purchase. It was it was perfect for what I needed. So each person's going to have different needs to protect their family. As far as a concealed carry, I keep one in the chamber. That way I know it's in there, and I'm ready to. The only time I'm going to pull is if I need it.
That's exactly right. You did bring one shotgun in, and we said, this isn't a good defense home shotgun.
That was an old one, wasn't it?
And we wanted to get you with the price. I mean, some of the prices that we have that we want to get you into some. We're not here to make $1 million. We're here to defend you, to defend our constitutional rights, and we want to make sure that people know how to protect themselves. And also, this is an amazing sport. We do competition shooting, and people that are 12 years old to 85-year-olds come out and have a blast with us.
Yeah. I mean, I bought a shotgun, a brand new shotgun, beautiful, the black metal, less than $300, much less than $300.
Right. I have my $124 $100 and up. So
yeah, it's awesome. So that's, that way you protect your family. You understand what your rights are because, again, something we talk about, Thomas, you have a lot of sheriffs, deputies, police officers, servicemen and women coming in. There's a lot of stuff that happens that you don't see on the news, and people are getting their doors knocked in. They're taking advantage of seniors. They're doing all kinds of stuff.
Yep, and that's the scary part, and that's why we, Florida Firearms Academy, pay police officers or attorneys or insurance people to come in and tell you what's really going on out there. And also, we need you to know, if you have a firearm, know the laws. They're going to be there for free of charge, and you can go in there and ask them, hey, is this true or is this not true? Can I do this? Can I not do that?
Right. That's
where you take advantage of that. If there's another shooting range out there that does this, take advantage of that. I don't know if there is another one, but I started this, and I hope every range does it, because you know what? It only cost me like $200 to $200 to get these people to come in to educate all these people on something that they've always had a question that they wanted answered.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love Florida Firearms Academy. And when we come back, I want to ask you about some of your upcoming events, anything that the listeners might be able to come in and take advantage of and come learn and enjoy. And we also have our feel-good story of the day. Grateful Mom donates 120 dresses to high school for senior ball. And we have more from our expert contributors coming up right after this short break. Diane, Vance in the house, Thomas King here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
This is Chris Voss, former FBI lead hostage negotiator and owner of the Black Swan Group, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. Ian Beckle.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at ConsumerQB.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Grimes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, a top listing agency here in Tampa Bay, helping our sellers profit more on the sale of their properties. And we got a couple of hot ones here. We've got some vacant land available. I want to talk to you about some vacant land here. Multiple parcels of land. One of our newer listings, 9200 Gun Highway in Odessa. This is a between 2 and 3 acre, 2.39 acres, RSC2. So you've got half acre or larger lots, single family development. Now, this is one of the last corners of Gun Highway that is yet to be developed. 9200 Gun Highway, Odessa. A great opportunity for that builder, developer, entrepreneur, maybe even a homeowner to purchase. Vacant land at 1401 Seminole Boulevard in Largo. This property is another prime opportunity for office or retail, goods and services, medical. So many ways that you can utilize this beautiful corner lot in the heart of Pinellas County on Largo, Seminole Boulevard in Largo. Office, medical, retail, restaurant, goods and services. 0.82 acre lot, just listed just above $400,000. Great opportunity. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
And this segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving. The official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is Brothers Easy Moving. And I can tell you from firsthand experience that they do a great job. They're a first-class organization there at Brothers Easy Moving. And they also have the best reviews in Tampa Bay. 4.6 on Google, 4.5 on Yelp, A rating from the Better Business Bureau, A rating on Angie's List. And they've also won the Super Service Award multiple times. Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. That is our #1 goal as your consumer advocate. We've got Diane, Vance in the house, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, coming up in our lightning round. But first, we're going to tell you something good in our Feel Good segment.
Tell me something good.
So Grateful Mom donates 120 dresses to high school for senior ball. So this was in New Zealand. She donated 120 dresses to her son's high school to show appreciation for the staff and students. Helen Burley, her husband and son, Dan, moved to Taranaki from Auckland 3 years ago. Dan had been struggling at a school in Auckland, but everything changed when he started attending Opanaku High School in Taranaki. My son had been at a docile 10 school up there with 3,500 boys, and the teachers didn't even know his name. He was constantly bullied and made to feel like he was a failure. I was really worried, but Dan had blossomed since joining Opanaku High School, she said, discovering a passion for engineering and math. He had been accepted into 3 different universities. Helen wanted to find a way to show her appreciation, and the school's ball coming up in August gave her an idea. The dresses, all brand new, came from when she owned a dress shop in Auckland. Quote, I thought I could give them to the girls in year 13, but then I couldn't just give them dresses. They need to have their hair and makeup done too, quote, end quote, Helen told Stuff. So she arranged for the hairdressers and makeup artists to spend Saturday, August 10th, preparing the seniors for the ball.
Oh, nice.
Good story.
Okanaki Tanaki.
Yeah, right. They always got some hard pronunciation for me here.
Can you spell that, Brandon?
Right. Yeah, right.
Great
That would
story.
be a good spelling bee.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Hey, good use of the leftover dresses, right?
That's right.
Put them
That's
to
great.
work.
Good story, though.
Great
Put them
story.
to use. I love those types of things. You know, I was at the Pinellas Realtor Organization meeting this morning. They gave $3,100 to Angels Against Violence, or I forgot the exact name of the charity, but the organizations in Tampa Bay do a lot to give back. I mean, being involved with Children's Cancer Center, there's lots of ways that people can do that. That's one of the ways we end the show, is being that, trying to be that force for good in the community, doing things for others. And if you look at your own closet, how many things do you have? And it's funny.
Yeah.
John does a great job. He runs John Barcelo with Value Centric. He's a former show partner. He says, we're one of the other. So one way they do it is they give money. So you give money directly to a charity, but the other way is you give goods, service, give goods or something
time.
you have.
Yeah.
Donate time.
Right. Yep.
So he says, go home and reach in your drawers and just find. He goes, wait, that didn't sound right. He's talking about finding clothes, Find some clothes, but so he's a great guy. He's awesome
In your
over there.
dresser.
Your dresser drawers. There you go. So, let's jump into our lightning round here and get some nuggets of advice from our expert contributors.
The lightning round.
I am so good at lightning
I majored in lightning round.
All right, here we go. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Diane Vance, Fairway Independent Mortgage.
Make sure you get a pre-approval. If you want to go online, you can go ahead and apply now, dianevance.com. Or call me at 727-647-819. Or if you want to text me, that's my cell phone, and I can send you a mobile app, and it has a great mortgage calculator on there. So I will start the pre-approval process for you.
Give that number one more time.
727-647-8199.
Perfect. All right, Thomas King, top tips, nuggets of advice.
If you're looking for firearms training or just to have a good time, we offer a lot of free classes, and we customize many firearms. We're rated 5-star by the NSFF. Better Business Bureau gave us an A+ rating, and Google gives us a 4.8. We do an outstanding job, and I'm proud to say that we do. And the team there, the instructors and the staff are just amazing people that you're going to become friendly and very knowledgeable staff on what you need to have done. So come out and see us at Florida Firearms Academy. We're at 13317 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa, right there in Oldsmar. You can also contact us at 813-221-FIRE or go on our webpage is ffatampa.com, or our Facebook page is Florida Firearms Academy.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. Great resources there. All right, so for my lightning round tip, I like to talk about negotiation lately. I teach negotiation at GTAR, and I've got an event coming up at Pro. We're calling it the Real Estate Success Summit. We're hosting that. It's going to be in September. But one of the key points of negotiation is learning how to understand what the other party is looking at, your counterpart is trying to do. What's their motivation? What's the underlying? You got the presenting behavior, which we all see, but you have the underlying behavior that's driving that, the underlying reason. And one of the key utilization strategies is a mirror. Okay, so it's a mirror. You look in the mirror, what do you see? You see yourself, right? So traditionally, you think about a mirror as mirroring the body language of the other person. You know, if they're doing their hands like this, you might do their hands like that. If they cross their arms, you may mirror that. That's kind of old school sales. But what you talk about in the new school is the actual verbal mirror. So literally just repeating the last 1 to 3 words of what that other person said. What happens when you do that? It's kind of he says it's the closest thing to a Jedi mind trick. In Chris Voss's book, he talks about it. So it's a Jedi mind trick, but it's easy to do. It's super easy. So anytime you repeat the last 1 to 3 words to that person, what are they going to do? They're going to expound on what they said, right? They're going to give you more details. They're going to give you more reasons. And you might even find out what the tells are, what the signs are, where they're going with their negotiation. And follow that. Make sure you don't follow it by asking a follow-up question. You want to have silence. After you repeat those last 1 to 3 words, it's important to be silent so that way you can hear what that other person's going to say. So that's a mirror. That's how you utilize a mirror in negotiations. All right, let's do another round here.
Those aren't the droids you're looking for.
The droids, yeah.
That's the Jedi mind trick. Right?
Yeah.
Just visit my my website. It has all my loan officers on it, fairwaytampabay.com. And it has some information on there that everybody can actually take a look at. And also it has a pre-qualification questionnaires on if they want to get pre-qualified. Then we will call them, follow to do a pre-approval.
Nice. I like that. Yep. Get that pre-approval. Much different than a pre-qualification. Very important you know the difference. All right, Thomas King, give us some more good stuff.
Well, I do have this huge event coming up. This is going to be August 10th, 11th, and 12th. This is a 3-day event with the IMI stopping active threats, the Israeli experience. So these are the people that are government experienced over there in Israel, going to be coming to Florida Firearms Academy. They're going to be training you in all kinds of crazy, unbelievable ways that they train in their military ways and their government ways at Florida Firearms Academy. This is a 3-day event, and you can sign up at ffatampa.com or call George Gange at 404-918-7098, and this is very limited seating because we've already sold some seats on it. Florida Firearms Academy members get a $100 discount off. It is $495 for the 3-day event. Also covers class, the range fees, everything's included in the food. So take a look at it or go to ffatampa.com to sign up.
FFAtampa.com, great resource for you there. Lots of resources online at FFAtampa.com. So we got a couple minutes left here. What I'd like to do is to kind of open it up to, maybe those business owners, those salespeople out there, the men and women that are working hard. They're maybe on commission. These folks. What can you do? I want to talk about success. Give me some tips on maybe how you motivate your team, Diane or Thomas. How you guys motivate your team. Something that's going to help them get to that next level, and not get bogged down with the people giving them the no's and the naysayers out there?
Well, I think you have to go in with the idea of helping people and educating them. And I think when you do that, you come across as sincere, and I think that's the most important thing, is to be sincere and really care about the other person and listen. The reason we have one mouth and two ears, so we can listen. And
that's right.
But I think that's the best advice, and that's what I tell my loan officers, is make sure that you are educating, helping people, because they don't do this every day.
That's right.
We do it every day. Don't ever assume that somebody knows.
30 seconds left. Thomas King.
To my staff and everyone, I try to put myself in their shoes and how they would. I'm the CEO. I'll go clean a toilet if I have. I'll do whatever I have to do. When they see me working, they're going to be working.
Right.
When I buy them lunch, it's to say thank you very much. Everyone likes to pat on the back.
That's right.
And everyone likes to be appreciated. So I'm no better than you, and I'm not below you. So that's how I treat everyone else.
That's a big one. It's funny, USF football, when they first started, Jim Levitt tells a story of how he had to do exactly that. He was telling one of the coaches, hey, we have a limited budget. We got to do this. We got to clean the toilet. He said, come with me, Mark. Come on. Come with me.
Get it done.
Let's do it. Awesome. Hey, great show. Thanks to all of our expert contributors here in studio, our team behind the scenes. Thanks to our listeners, our viewers out there. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, carry it with you, hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. We'll see you next time on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show. Weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.